Right.
Let's give this a go.
One thing we did not expect was how controversial Raptor paint was going to be.
Don't think it's too severe.
I'm Cheska, this is Ben, and this is our little hitchhiker River. We've spent the last year travelling Europe in our self-built sprinter van Sophia, but new horizons are calling. In 2021, we'll be driving all the way to Cape Town, South Africa. Before we go, we're making some upgrades to Sophia to get her ready for those African roads. Subscribe and join us for the ride.
Well, good morning everyone and welcome back to another week on our van rebuild.
Good morning, good morning.
Today this week we're tackling our underslung water tanks, which is something we haven't done before. On our original van build we had just a 50 litre tank that sat inside the van that we filled with kind of the foldable bags.
Yeah, it was a really easy setup, wasn't it? So.
Yeah, but we had no external water inlet and our wastewater was just one that we took out and emptied ourselves. So all of that is brand new. Someone wants to say hi?
Somebody's throwing their little rabbit around, ready? Stop. Oh. So because we've lost a lot of space now because we've removed the garage, having a 50 litre tank under the seat does make sense. So, as we said before, we've gone for the underslung tanks. So yeah, we're going to get them all prepped.
We left the Sikaflex in the workshop over the weekend and now it's by the heater, just warming up.
Yeah, just warming up, so it's a bit better. These are the two tanks we've got. This one, the first one is the waste tank, which I think is 50 litres. It might be 57, I'm not 100% sure. Either way, it's plenty for what we need. And this is the 70 litre fresh water tank. This one is going to sit under just behind the driver's seat. And this one is going to sit just in front of the spare wheel at the back here. And the tanks we ordered came from CAK Tanks. There's two options. One option was for the fresh water to have a hole open, like a manhole.
An opening.
An opening, that's the one.
A manhole.
A manhole, so you can climb in. But we didn't order that one. We ordered one without, so that we could fit our own, because the one that it came with, the other one came with, was a massive red thing. So we need to fit that onto there. The wastewater didn't come with an option to have a manhole. An opening. So, which is a bit strange because that's the one you're going to get in and clean most. So, we've got the smaller one, which we're going to fit onto here. And also, one thing I noticed on a couple of other guys' YouTubes as well, they swapped out the waste inlet. That's like a ½ inch inlet. So, you think your sink's draining down. I just don't think, unlike everyone else said, that's big enough for like a nice flow of water. So, we're going to replace that with, I think this is 1 1/4 inch, 1 3/4, and we're going to fit that on there. Then our waste pipe will come down and go onto there nicely, and then we're going to have no like blockages when you come down. Because you think if there's a little bit of food stuck, you imagine you get a little bit of food stuck, it's just going to block that. So yeah, we're going to cut that out, Sikaflex this on, so that end will go inside. Once I've cut the manhole with the opening there, I'll be able to get in, tighten it up, but I'll also put a bead of Sikaflex around there as well, so it'll be nice and secure and watertight. And we have a nice wastewater inlet. The brackets that came with as well, they've not been treated, not been painted, it's just steel brackets, so we're going to spray them just to give them a little bit of protection with some Hammerite metal paint. And yeah, I think that would be where we start. Lots to do. Okay. Okay. I'll eat this, River. Okay, so I've cut it, but I cocked up. When I measured it, I stupidly drew the circle from the inside when there's still 5mm either side, so I should have used the outside. So I cut it a bit too small, And I just had to measure 5 men all the way around and then recut it, which was a nightmare. But fits in, there's a little bit of movement as well.
I just wanted to say one thing we did not expect was how controversial Raptor paint was going to be. We kind of just mentioned it off as like an offhand thing to see what people think. The comments are going crazy. People are like, no, don't do it, you're going to devalue the van, it's going to look awful. Other people being like, yeah, we did it, absolutely love it. It's literally like Marmite. But it's something that if we did do it, we're not going to do it till the very, very, very end. It'll be one of the last things that we potentially do. So we're going to mull over your comments, the good and the bad, sit on it for a little bit and see what we think. But yeah, I did not expect it to be so controversial.
Okay, so one thing I nearly forgot was our water gauge. So this needs to fit on obviously on the top. If it's too long, like at those with this, you can snip these to whatever length you want. So I think we'll snip these probably what to there, say?
Yeah.
And then we'll probably fit it around about there, because then this bit sits on the top. That will sit underneath with the gasket like that, and then it'll clamp together. So don't have a hole saw big enough, so that's a bummer. Let's have a cup of tea and think about it. Bugger. Bad news is we're not going to be able to replace this today because the arbor I've got doesn't fit in here, which really surprises me. So I need to find a drill that it will fit. So we will take the arbor back with us tonight, check some other drills that we might be able to get access to. We can't do that now, we can't do the water gauge, but what we can do is cut the hole for this, the little access hole. So we'll do that, I think, instead. After a little bit of filing, it was a little bit small again, but it's now in, it's fixed in. So I'm just gonna take it back out. Again, flex it, put some stainless steel screws in, job's a good one.
We're woken up this morning to a very wet day and discovered that we have a leak in the van, and not of the vegetable variety.
Okay, so by the looks of it, from here, it's coming in from the fan. It looks like it's wet here, and it's only seems to be wet there. There's no moisture or anything there. So yeah, so we came down this morning, opened up the van this morning to put all the stuff in. There's a little pool of water just here, and it runs down to here. You can see it's a bit wet there. It's a bit wet on the back of the ply, so I'm hoping it's not too bad, and that will dry out. God, I stuck this on really well. I need to take this off anyway, because we've got a cut for the new fan. Come back to this. I'm going to fit the bigger waste inlet. Will you believe it? That actually fits in. It's nice and tight. I'm going to put some Sikaflex around there to seal it, and then luckily I can reach. Oh, my arm will reach all the way. It's a very snug fit, but I should be able to get that bolt tightened up. Right in front of the spare wheel, behind the diff, is where the fresh water is going to sit. Now, in the kit you get these you get 2 short brackets and 2 long brackets. Now, if I'm not mistaken, it should sit something like that, and then the tank sits in here. So, short brackets will sit here. in the arms for the spare wheel, but these are too big. God, how big a hole do you need to make? There we go. Well, that was a bit easier than that one. So now, spray the wax oil on. So the short brackets go on here once you've made a nice big hole. It takes a bit longer than I thought it would. And then the long brackets go into this rib, or into this strut here. Now there are no holes already drilled, so I have to line it up with here, just about there, and then I'm just going to drill a hole into here, cover it with wax oil, let that go off and dry, and then we can put the tank up. And that will hold on there. Okay, so this beautiful angle, the waist is going to sit under here. We've already got one. I mean, there's already two holes in the chassis already. And there, in here. So now we're just going to drill another one here, another one there, spray it with the wax oil, and that is about as far as we can get with that today until it just dries. It needs a few hours to dry. Put a second coat on, and then yeah, we'll be able to hang the tanks.
So it's taken 2 days of faffing around, wrong drill, no hole saws, wrong drill bit sizes, waiting for stuff to dry, but we're finally getting the tanks under the van today.
Yeah, that is
for sure.
Got it? Is there a bolt in the way? Is there?
Yeah, there's a bolt in.
Right, okay.
Is it in?
Only loose, yeah. If you could push that.
You right there?
Oh, yeah, it's cold. It's really awkward to get there, hold it, put the straps under and bolt it, so obviously Chess had to help, but it's so cold my fingers are actually, well, I feel like I've lost them. Okay, so that's one tank down. Now we need to put the wastewater in. I don't know if I've mentioned it, but these tanks we bought are designed specifically to fit under the Sprinter or the Crafter, so they've got all the grooves cut out for where it sits against the chassis and everything, so yeah, so far so good, just cold. Hello there. Make sure when you're doing this, you've got a long socket set. You need something about that length, because the bolts here, you can't get any spanner or spanner in, so you need a socket set really.
That is the underslung water tanks fitted. I don't really have that much to do with it.
You were integral in holding them up whilst I was putting those bolts on. Apart from that, it was pretty much a one-man job, isn't it?
Yeah.
Only one of us can drill the holes and prep everything and cut.
There isn't a lot of room under the van.
There's not much really.
It was, yeah, it's good to have them done. And how did you find it?
It wasn't too bad. I think if it was warmer and it wasn't January, it'd be fine. If it was warmer weather, then you're not freezing cold under the van, your hands haven't gone numb. It wasn't quite as just you hook things in and bolt them up. You have to In some places, drill your own holes. You have to treat that and everything. So it's not literally you just buy it. In a day, it's, you know, you can fit it. Or you could fit it in a day if it was, as I said, warm. But it's not. You wouldn't buy it and go, right, I can just literally whack it in and it's done. You have to drill into your van in a few places, do some prep work. It's probably worth doing.
Yeah.
It saves you a ton of space, because we had it, our water tank would have been here, like that, and that's taken up half the seating area already, whereas it's just under here in front of the spare wheel. But yeah,
Brilliant.
it was great.
I think we're going to leave the video there for this week. It's been a very specific video on fitting the water tanks, but I hope you enjoyed it anyway. Please give the video a like if you did, and if you're new, here, please feel free to subscribe. And yeah, I think we'll leave it there.
Yeah, so next week, hopefully, if the weather stays nice, we'll be fitting the new Max Air fan. If I can work out how the hell I'm going to get the framing that I stuck on last time out, which will be, I want to say fun, but it's not going to be. But yeah, so that'll be next week.
Yeah. See you guys.
Bye. Do you want to be on camera?
Come on then.
That's it. Come on then. Do you want the drill? Come on then. Can you pass me the drill?
Oh, I can see it into the van. Ah! God, what was that?